haven't posted anything.
Starting.
Hey,
It's
we're
starting
live.
now.
It says live.
Links. It does. Links.
Links on links on links.
Control. Copy.
Copy and
Send it
paste.
to you. Wait. No. That's not it. That's not it. Don't click that.
God damn it.
That would be to us.
Mhm.
F this.
We don't want
command.
nobody in here.
No.
No one needs to
It's
see
there.
this.
There you go.
Cool. Thank you. We out here, fam. We live.
Round 2. Or
Round
3 or 4. 20. 27.
I know we're like we're like almost an hour and a half late.
Doesn't matter.
It does. I have things to do. People will
Let's
see.
try to keep this under an hour. We'll just say that.
Please. I don't
An
want to
hour
have
is
to
the
talk to you
cap.
guys any longer. Then.
Hey, you guys, come on. Let's get in the spirit here. Get in the spirit.
When are we gonna start recording? You know.
3, 2, 1, click. Remember?
Yes, 3, 2, 1, click. That will do it. I just gotta post this one thing real quick.
That'll do.
That'll do, donkey.
I
That'll
was
do.
literally gonna quote that, and I stopped myself.
Shrek has very far-reaching applications.
It does. Oh shoot! I just hit the keyboard with my foot. Nothing happened. We're good.
Memes. You'll never. I feel like I know I never want to show my mouth, so it looks like I'm not talking.
I keep hitting the mic.
Megan, you gotta let us know if we have people coming into the chat. I don't know if it alerts us, but
You can open your chat window too, Dave, and see if anyone likes something.
well, that's not my job. I didn't sign the contract for that. Christy, monitor the chat. The chat window.
I was talking to my mom about this, and I told her I had to do this today, and she said that she
really
could be
listen
my
to every
intern.
single one?
Yeah, she talks to me about it.
That's crazy.
That's what I said.
I think she's probably the only person that's ever done that. Right?
I mean,
Um,
I don't know if she's like finished all the episodes, but I told her not to listen to the last one.
Yeah, you were funny.
All right.
But
One sec.
she said she could be my.
I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle. She can be your intern.
Yeah, she said she's like, I could read up the IMDb page and blah blah blah. And I'm like, Mom, that's what we have Christy for. But she's like, but Christy's with David.
She knew.
Yeah. She's so adorable.
She followed the storylines
Yeah.
all the way down. On the way down. All right.
Maybe I should get a different ex-Disney star to be my intern, like Corey Massey, or
Let's
what?
just-
What?
Season 2, we never mentioned Kirsty again.
Kirsty.
We should have added Kirstie Alley on the list.
No one wants her.
I like Kirstie Alley. You know, she's had a rough time.
Yeah, she has had a rough time.
She was great
You
in the
know-
90s. The 90s was her time.
We can do, and then next, Kirsten Dunst. What's another Christy name we can confuse?
Kristen Stewart.
Okay, Kristen Stewart, Christy Carlson,
Kristen
Carly
Bell.
Rae.
Kristen Bell? No, what was that? What's her name?
It is Kristen Bell.
Is
Kirsty
it
Bell.
Kirsten Bell? I don't know.
No, it's Kristen Bell. Okay. All right. Are we gonna record?
Yes. All right. 3, 2, 1, click.
I clicked. It's going.
I think we're all good now, but I gotta type in this one
Yay.
thing real fast.
Oh my
Great.
goodness.
I gotta pull up the IMDb thing.
You should have this. Look, see, you know,
I've
if my
been-
mother were here,
Yeah, I
Yes.
have mine up. I even I even screenshotted it, so I wouldn't even need the
Holy
internet.
photo.
Okay.
I even photoed it.
photoed it. Okay. All right. Now we're ready.
Mhm.
We're all good. Everyone's recording on Audacity, right? Awesome.
Yes.
Should
Perfect.
be.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Did you see lines coming up when you're talking on there, David?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not looking at it anymore. You know,
Okay. Well, as long as you
But,
saw them at one point.
it looks like it's working.
Great. All right.
Hmm.
Welcome to the OC.
The OC +3.
Fuck, Megan, every time from 2,600 miles away, you just can't let me get through the opening spiel or whatever, the show name.
You gotta keep
Always
it real,
cutting me
Cam.
off. Right?
Gotta be true to
Real.
myself.
With your favorite hosts, me and two other people. I can't remember their names. Right? I'm sorry. I'm picking something out of my nail. Two people. I don't. What are your names again? I haven't talked to you guys in so long.
All right. Well, I'm Megan.
And who else is there?
I'm David. I'm here. You guys are just ignoring me. I'm like standing right next to you, and you're just ignoring me.
Just like always, it's old times.
I feel like you probably won't get this reference, but you know that's generally my MO on this podcast. So I feel like Paul Dano's character and Where the Wild Things Are.
I have not seen that movie, so I
I
do not
haven't
get your
seen it.
reference.
I rewatched it, and Paul Dano plays the voice of one of the characters that everyone always just like never remembers, or he's always in the background like, does anybody ever notice me? It's so sad.
That's his only line in the movie.
No, he has other ones. I mean, they know him, but he's just kind of a sad, like in the background character.
Yeah,
Is that where
that's very
is that
you.
where the song "Show Me Where the Wild Things Are" comes from?
I mean,
Where
that's
the wild
yeah.
things- whatever
that-
it
I mean, that's the book. I mean, you
It
know,
started
that's
as a
you know,
book, Cam.
It's a book.
Yeah, but that song that came, you know the song I'm talking
Yeah,
about. right?
probably. I mean,
Was that
probably.
song for that movie?
No, that movie came out like years ago.
But the song didn't.
The song only came out probably this year.
No, it
Wait,
didn't.
Wait, what is the song, Cam? Can you sing it again?
Show me where the wild things are. Is that close?
Isn't it a Find me where the wild things
thing.
are?
David's got
I
it.
am not recognizing it either.
You don't know that song?
Really?
No.
I'll
I
put it
think
in the
it's
show
the same
notes.
girl. I think it's the Daya girl. I think.
That song
I
is
think-
gonna be like at least 3 years old.
No, Cam. Why would you think that?
Because I feel like I've heard it a long time ago.
You only heard it like less than 2 months ago, max.
I don't know. I mean, there's only some way to look it up.
Well, let's not even.
Let's not even get into it. Welcome to season 2 of the OC +3.
It's been a long 7-day break.
right? When's the last time we actually
It's
recorded
been more
one?
than a month.
No, it's
No.
not. It's been less
It's been
than
like
a
3
month.
weeks, right?
It's been
No.
3 weeks, I think.
It's the last time.
I haven't been
Megan
here
did
for
the
a
math.
month. Oh, but Megan left, I guess.
Yeah, I had left to Utah July 31st.
What we're trying to say is that the past like 5 weeks has been a sham. One big sham. We haven't been truthful with you listeners. We haven't been in the
Even
same
that
room.
has been a whole mess. Where we're just like, David, where are you now?
I
And
think they got the hint, or
I
we
don't
don't have
know.
enough.
I think
Actually, I
we
don't
would.
think we have enough followers that constantly listen to even pick up on it. They're probably like they probably just don't even think about it.
Yeah. Oh, we do have a viewer though.
Do we have one person
Oh,
in here?
man.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're recording this. We're doing a Google Hangout, so if you're listening to this, you missed it. But we might try to do this like once a month or something, and just depending on how this goes, because it was a real pain in the ass to get started.
It took like an
Doing
hour
this.
and a half
It actually did take like an hour and a half to.
Yeah,
do this.
it is 8
out of
p.m.
my
right now.
my busy West
time.
Coast schedule.
Hey, I know it's early for us. Megan's been okay. David, have you talked to Megan recently, like in any extent? Because I think something is actually wrong with her, like medically. Something's happening.
No, she hasn't told me.
She has been,
No, okay, but why would I tell you there's actually nothing wrong with me? It's just
but I think you're forgetting.
observing, making.
No, she has rapidly been aging. The further that we've got from her, I think we provided her with some kind of youth in her
All
soul.
right, Cam, you didn't provide me with anything. If
Because-
anything, I think you stuck to the youth out of me and took it to California.
So
well, he
she-
needs it because everyone in LA has to perpetually be forever young. I want
Yeah.
to be forever young.
Hmm.
Neon
Live
Demon
forever.
taught me that.
Yeah.
Well, she's been knitting.
it's not
pretty much
knitting. It's
90% of the
crocheting.
time.
It's crocheting.
Yeah, but she always did that. But well, she did make a crop top, a very scandalous crop top
Oh,
for a grandma. So
Wait for
Staying
your
youthful.
grandma.
No, for
for a grandma,
Oh,
like
for
before
a
her
grandma.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have we
But she's
lost
been
that one
doing it.
viewer yet? I feel like we would have lost them by now.
Oh no, we actually gained another one.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, but don't you always get like randoms?
Maybe. I mean, it's on YouTube, so who knows? Who knows what the hell's going on?
Well, if you're a viewer, if you're an audience member, if you've
You're
listened to
in
us
for a
before,
treat.
great for you
Yeah.
to catch us on season 2.
Oh, they left.
Cool.
God damn it, David! You can't do
I
addressing.
scared him away.
They're like deer. You gotta gently get close to them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so now we're all apart, and we're gonna make this work somehow, like a very extended.
Now we are
Yeah.
actually apart.
Yes, literally, we've been saying we've been fake apart for a while, but now we are very, very close. Or very far apart.
And we have been
Um,
apart for a month, okay? A month.
Yes. Some viewer just commented on our Facebook, nice pop filters.
What?
Oh,
the black things in front of your
okay.
face.
For a second,
Um,
I thought we had a filter on, like visual filter. I was like, what?
I thought he was talking about the popping noises, and I was like, damn it, all this time, they're still there. Yeah.
We're official.
Oh, now we
Yeah.
have 0 viewers, so.
That's fine. Fuck them. They don't. I'll cut that part out.
You can't cut it out of the live stream.
Well, there's no one there to
That's true. No
watch
one's in
it,
here to
so.
hear it. It's archived though somewhere. I'm
Everybody
sure.
knows it's somewhere. Mr. Robot, okay? We know.
All right, all
They
right.
know.
Anyways,
So it's gonna be weird because like we usually watch the episode together, but now we've been watching it where we watched apart, and
Yeah. it was a little sad.
it was a little sad, especially the title of the episode. You know, I feel like it was referring to us. This episode was made 9 years ago for us. This exact situation.
It is really weird considering all the other like coincidences like about the episode geographically. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I liked it though, but it's kind of odd that I would be in Portland and you'd be in LA, OC, you know, that region.
Yeah.
And
then
Megan's in
doesn't
Florida,
factor in.
but who knows? Maybe one of them go to UF when they graduate from high school. I don't know. I haven't seen that far ahead. But
I guess let's jump right into this thing since we wasted so much of our own time setting this live stream up. IMDb Season 2, Round 2. We actually have a curveball thrown at us. There are 2 descriptions on IMDb for this episode.
well, you're
And
gonna pick one.
Well, one is very long, and the other
And
one
pick
is
the other one.
okay. But the other one's like written by a real person. This is just anonymous. But okay, we'll go.
Well, if
we'll
you want to
stick with the
speed through it,
anonymous.
do it.
No, I didn't even read through it. It's very detailed. Season 2, Episode 1, The Distance. Seth has been living for the summer with... Seth has been living for the summer with Luke.
Already. How many words in and you already messed up?
Shut up. No
Seth's living for the summer. He loves the summer.
That's what tripped me up. Living for the summer with Luke and his divorced father in Portland, while Ryan has been living with the pregnant Teresa in Chino. Sandy tries to persuade Seth to return home and is forced to call upon Ryan for help. Meanwhile, Summer claims to have gotten over Seth running away, while Marissa falls back into her old drinking and drug habits. Also, the evil and paranoid Caleb confides in Sandy that he feels he's under observation. David, what do you got for us? What's Google got?
Season 2, Episode 1, The Distance.
Mm-hmm.
Kirsten's anxiety over Seth reaches the breaking point. Summer and Marissa try to forget their ex-boyfriends. Caleb becomes increasingly paranoid about his business. The Cohen house is in a state of disarray as renovations are made.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was
It
good.
is.
But it did miss a
It
very.
didn't mention Ryan though.
It didn't,
Who needs him?
It didn't.
and that he's living with Teresa.
Teresa.
That's what you said,
Teresa.
Gabe.
I know, like chorizo, like chorizo. The
Wait, how do you say her name then? I'm totally blanking for a second.
Teresa.
Teresa. Okay.
you always say Teresa.
Teresa
That's the other
Mariska.
acceptable.
Teresa explains it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
So
happened?
this episode's crazy.
This episode was a little sad too.
It was very dramatic.
Yeah.
Very, like, I don't know, almost bordering on like melodrama. But
Yeah, it was weird. It was like very like Lifetime movie.
Mhm.
Tonally-
Well, it was just weird. Yeah, I liked it though. I kind of liked it. Maybe because it's been a while.
yeah, kind of took a break there for. I guess we haven't watched an episode in a while either.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why I enjoyed it probably more than maybe I would have if I hadn't had the break.
Yeah. So top of the show, the Cohen household is literally under construction. more ways
Inhabited
than one.
by so many shirtless
Half naked
Sweaty.
buff dudes.
men. Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, homoerotic fan fiction. Like this whole episode just played up to it. I was like,
Right
I
up-
think
right
they
off
have
the
to
bat.
know. Like literally, like the first jokes that are being made is the fact that the house is was it man meat or man cave?
the manhole.
The manhole.
manhole. Ugh.
Even worse.
Did you have to pause it right there, David? Were you just like, it was too much?
I was just like, where are we gone? Am I asleep right now?
Yeah. So I guess this is the end of the summer where we're coming at, and I guess the season finale was the beginning of summer.
Mhm.
So it's been 3 months, I guess, something like that. And Seth still gone. We don't know where yet. And Ryan is living his life in Chino, which, by the way, I went to Chino yesterday. I also went to Riverside, which is where Juju's from.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Both places, very nice places. I don't know.
Gentrification, Cam.
I don't know. And then
I'm sure there are nice places in any any area,
But there's
Like, I
also
was
bad places in
and it has been a good amount of years. So
yeah, I guess.
I would say
But-
gentrification probably.
But I was expecting Chino, like the way they present it in the show is like this post-apocalyptic wasteland gray zone.
It's because they put on that weird
filter.
filters, high
Yeah.
frame rate or whatever they do.
It was. I mean, granted, it was like the time when the sun was setting, so everything looked really nice. But it still was like very. I wanted to drive around to find like some shady looking places, but there didn't seem to be any shady places to find.
You were looking for them.
Yeah, but I didn't look that hard. I'm sure maybe they were
Yeah.
there, but I was like Chino, but then my friend that I was with, she's from the OC, and she said that Chino's like not a bad place. It's just like a regular suburban, neighborhood. It was like a very sleepy like town. There wasn't, it looked like I don't know, like just Gainesville or something like that. There's just a lot. There was a lot of trees and a lot of nice little stores. It looked like. There wasn't any homeless wayward youth walking around.
Oh,
Did you,
just kids
see-
walking around in wife beaters and
Yeah, did
Yeah.
you see a
High five.
flashback? Did you see a younger version of yourself?
I didn't. I wasn't looking that hard again. If I had looked hard, maybe I would have had some kind of out of body flashback experience.
Yeah,
But
that freaked me out. I did not expect that because they like
I know,
slowed
right?
the slow down high five. Didn't you think that he was high fiving them? That's what I thought, and I was like, why is it slowing down, and why is he doing that?
But also, did anyone notice that there was like a part in that scene where his shirt was inside out, and then it cut back to him and his shirt wasn't inside out again?
I did
'Cause
not notice that.
Because I
feel
could-
like
you could
Megan,
see
you
the
always
tag.
notice those kind of things.
Well, because
what
like
she's
his
here for.
tag, yeah, that's
She's not fully immersed. Broke the immersion.
the tag on the back of his wife beater was
Wait,
like
the kid or him?
him, Ryan, a big Ryan.
Oh.
Big Ryan, Daddy Ryan.
That scene, jumping back to the intro bit with Kirsten and Sandy, like the end part of that when she's just like, "Bring him home, Sandy. bring him home. And I was like, yes, she's still getting the good lines. They're giving her a little more to chew on.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's been like, she's like, I don't care what he wants. You bring him back. He's a
Yeah.
kid. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. He is a kid. Sandy's like, he's a teenager. They'll do whatever they want. You can't bring him back. Yeah, you can.
How do you do that though? Like besides, like well, I guess we'll get to it later on, but if you had a kid, then they were like, a teenager. I guess that's supposed to be 17 at this point, I guess. Still 16, 17?
17.
Probably 17.
They're going into their senior year.
Yeah, so probably
Are
17.
you allowed just to like physically take your child somewhere? Like could you drag them out?
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I mean, I'm sure it's
Yeah.
difficult. So in like reality, maybe it's hard to do that.
But I'm sure the law would be on your side.
But I don't know if they can like force them.
But
to, like,
wouldn't
bring-
it also be Luke's dad's responsibility to tell him you can't stay here? You should
That was
go
my
home.
whole thing. I was like, that fucking divorced man, what is he doing? He should
Wait,
be...
I don't understand. What are you guys talking about? Wouldn't that be the nice? Because if he's not going to go back to their home, why would you be like, well, you can't stay here? Why would you do
No.
that?
Not that you can't stay here, but you have to go home. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
he
where
wasn't
else
even
is
like...
gonna go?
I mean, we don't know that he didn't give him some kind of like talk earlier those the 3 months he's been there, and so I don't know. But
He's been there for a while, and also, I mean, because you heard what Sandy said. He was like, you don't know where, we might not know where he goes next. At least they know where he's safe. So like, I'm sure that his parents appreciate that he's letting him stay there.
Yeah, but at a certain point, like a whole summer though, like I guess it is a summer, so it's not like he's missing school. He's working, he's got a job and everything. So I guess it's not too bad. But at a certain point, if I was Luke's dad, I would have been like, "Yo, your parents are probably like mad at me at this point, so you need to get the hell out of here."
Also, you can't. Can you teach
Or trick them. Kids are
around?
stupid.
I mean, it's gonna get cold.
Yeah.
What's it gonna do?
I don't know. Can you give sailing lessons in I don't know how cold it gets there.
David,
It's
let
like
us know in a couple
Like
months.
it was like in the 50s, like 60s today.
Like all day.
It was in the 60s all day. Well, it might have went up to like 70 possibly.
What?
It was pretty cool. It was like 65 when I woke up this morning. It's been there's a sea fog over the whole city because we're in a basin, and there's a Twitter account for this fog. And it's got a name, but I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, I woke up and it looked it was just clouds and fog
It was
everywhere.
actually really cloudy here today too, and it rained. It wasn't super
Look
sunny.
at that! Oh my gosh!
We had a high of 88, and that's pretty
Ooh.
nice because it's been in the 90s. Like every
Nice.
day.
Did anyone notice that Jimmy Cooper got a new intro pick on the theme song?
Yes,
Was he the only one?
I
I thought everyone did, or no?
guess everyone did, but Jimmy stuck out to me, and Daddy Nickel has a spot
Yeah,
now.
he's on there now.
But it's much better than the broken man in the corner.
Well, 'cause now he's got a new hairdo.
I
He's
was
got-
gonna say that. Speaking of him, I did write that down that he has better hair and he has a little bit of scruff to distract from his bean teeth.
Yeah, I wrote down Jimmy Dean Scruff Party. But also, actually, when he smiled, like I really noticed his teeth. His first smile, like it
Yeah.
was like pretty apparent.
Jimmy D looking good though. We have to all.
He definitely is looking
admit.
better.
Looking better.
So we jump to
Well, Marissa
a
and
lot.
Summer, I think, were the next.
Cooper
Yeah.
Mansion. Summer. My note from that was Summer doesn't cry over bitches on boats.
Yeah, I wrote that down too. You had to write that down, right? And also, I don't know if this is the first time, but this is a very direct reference to the weight of Marissa.
I wrote that down too.
Yes.
So I'm
I wonder-
assuming that's going to become an issue this season. I would
Yeah.
assume.
How do you think that Misha Barton felt about all that?
I was wondering.
Because like I'm sure back then they got like probably a lot of like press around, not press, like tabloid style like press around that, like her
Mhm.
being very skinny and stuff. And I'm sure it's something that she's probably heard all her life, but to like make it a point in the show to bring it up, it's kind of weird. And she doesn't seem like it's the kind of person that would be cool with that.
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
I also it makes you also think about like other shows that talk about other people's weights too, whether they be like, overweight or whatever. and they talk about it in the show. So
Do they usually bring up the opposite though? Is there ever like a like
I don't know, like some like what do you mean?
like thin girl, like people like that? Is there
Oh,
like
no.
thin?
I
You
don't
don't
know.
really. I don't feel like you don't see that as much as you see the opposite, like the
Mm-mm.
overweight portion of
Well,
that.
no, probably just because that's what like thin is in, so it's like the normal. So it's like there's no reason to bring it up, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah. But she's like the poster person for like people like you. This is like unrealistic body standards, but
Mhm.
they're bringing it directly. They're laying it at poor Mishka Barton's feet.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they didn't really say that much, But Summer. They kind of did it lighthearted too.
I
She's
just
like,
like how I eat.
she's like, you definitely drink, you goddamn drunk.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Newport iced tea. She looked
Yeah.
so satisfied when she drank it.
She did, and we got Pool Boy. He didn't get he's down. He's down to F though. He looked like he was watering those
Yeah,
shrubs with a.
I'm guessing
with
that's gonna come
intense-
later because they didn't go back to it. But I'm
I was
assuming.
I was gonna send you guys I found the like season promo thing for season 2, like that has like all of like season 2's like plot lines in it and stuff that they show before. I was gonna send that to you guys, but I thought better of it because it
Probably
gives away a
just-
lot. It's
Yeah, I
like
was
3
gonna
minutes.
say.
It's like 3
Surprises
minutes in
to
the
come.
show, and it's like really
Spoilers.
bad quality too.
Also, we haven't touched on the biggest tragedy so far in the OC.
What's that?
China has alopecia.
My exact words were all caps. China has fucking alopecia.
I didn't know how to spell alopecia.
I didn't-
but
yeah,
I
I didn't
wrote
either.
about it.
I said China has alopecia, bald as a baby's ass. 'Cause that's what Juju said. It's like there's something so depressing about a girl loving like you can't have a little girl love
Girls
a
can't love
a
hairless
bald,
pony.
a hairless pony.
Why are they trying to get rid of China?
I
What's-
don't know.
what's-
I
It was
love that
such a talking point. That was like a good
was.
1 minute of dialogue. He's like, "What happened to China?" And she's like, "I told you."
I love that. I love that China still gets some airtime. Not, I guess airtime, but talking points.
Also,
No.
I guess we're never gonna see Shailene.
Yeah,
She's
she's
going off to boarding
school.
Good for them though. Like still, because most shows they just forget, even though they are forgetting about
A
her.
good
But
thing
like,
they're acknowledging her.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
'Cause
giving
if
her
anything,
reasons to not be shown.
I guess
Yeah.
Shailene Woodley as an actress was probably like, well, they're at least talking about my character on the show still.
Yeah, I thought that was real sad. I mean, great that we were still talking about China in 2016, but still, I forgot that China was hairless. Alopecia.
Can
the hell?
horses get alopecia?
I guess.
Who knows?
Unless that's a joke.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
think
look
they
it up.
probably could. Like a bald. It was probably not. This was like patchy, right? And she just can't grow hair. And then they even gave her hair treatments too.
Right? That must have
They
been
didn't work,
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But as long
we
as
got
she
some,
didn't charge it to the company credit card.
Yeah, had to use the black card. But there was some hesitance there. We feel like she might be
She
charging
knew.
some things.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, what? I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry."
Daddy Luke thinks the FBI, the feds, are listening in on his phone calls.
Daddy Nickel, not Daddy Luke.
Did I say Daddy Luke?
You've been out of the game too long.
Sorry, Daddy. That's just fantasy. That's just in my head. 'Cause
No, I know.
Daddy Luke did have some scruff.
This is the season.
Everyone
of the scruff.
did, yeah.
Yeah,
Ryan
it was
had
a
scruff.
scruff.
Ryan did too.
Ryan
I
had
wrote
scruff,
that down.
yeah.
Ryan had scruff.
The only one who didn't was Seth.
Yeah,
And
I don't think
Sandy.
he's got alopecia though. He can't grow facial hair. Yeah, that's the only thing I wrote down for Ryan was get some stubble and don't peel his oranges.
Yeah, right. He won't be able to fit in with the kids. He's got a nice construction job.
But Kiki gives an anonymous person a call. Turns out to be Luke. Luke's back for a moment at least with his scruff. I love the you think that was that's a planned thing, right? Like the scruff.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it could have been like in Harry Potter 4 when they all got long hair.
Yep,
Like
even that.
every character had like long hair, so I assume
Yeah.
that was the aesthetic of that time.
That could just be like teenagers, you know.
Yeah. Luke
knows?
looked good. Luke looking good, man.
He was.
Also, his girlfriend is like old as hell.
Yeah, but that just continues the trend of old women playing.
Like
young
I
women.
thought that woman was the mom of the girl next to him when they walked in.
Seth,
Hopefully not, because he already did that with Mama
yeah, but we
Juju.
know that Luke, and we saw how well that turned out. So why wouldn't he try that again? You know.
But yeah,
Um,
Kiki calls Seth. Yeah.
yeah, tries to reason with him to come home. At least they. How long do you think it took for him to reach out to them? Like when he was out on his excursion.
Well, he
To
left a
reach out
note.
to who?
Yeah, no, I know, but like that was just saying that he was sailing or whatever. Do you
I'm
think he
assuming
like?
any time that he got off from sailing.
Santa
Maybe just
Barbara.
maybe when he first went to when he got off Santa Barbara. I don't know. Doesn't say.
Is that was that a good representation of Portland, David? Did that look very Portland to you?
I feel like no, but to me it didn't. But
It seemed
I
very
mean,
tropical.
yeah. Well, the first couple shots when they showed the bridges in the water, I mean that is the water, and it is in the summertime, so like it can get a little like hot, but.
Mm.
But to be fair, where they were staying at, like, I mean, that's not where I live, but there are a lot of places that look like they're. I went to a mount last night that, like, the houses there, like they were in like a forest. Like it looked really cool.
That house though was bougie.
Mm.
Yeah, there's some bougie houses up here, though. Let me tell you,
Really?
crazy. It's just like huge
Break
old
into them.
houses from like the 1800s that are just like big and
Mhm.
cool looking.
That yeah, did they ever say what his dad does? Oh, car dealer, right, or something like
That's
that.
what he does. I don't know if
Yeah.
I mean, assuming it's probably what he does there too. I don't know.
That seemed too. He was living too fancy of a life for
Well, I don't know. Car dealers can make a good amount of money.
Can they? That's what I've always wondered. Like,
And
Or
there
they
were
used
there were
to be
nice
able
cars
to.
too.
Yeah, he was like,
Were they?
selling new cars. They weren't used. I don't think so.
used cars. That's where I guess the
I'm pretty sure they were
divide is.
were they Mustangs?
They weren't jalopies. But
Uh,
yeah, but Portland needs Seth. I love all the Portland. There's so many. Anytime people said it, I'm just like, that's me.
it's a very appropriate episode, the first episode to come back to and watch.
Yep.
I'm so
From
happy.
our-
Everyone's coming to visit. Me and Chris, Kirsty.
So
Kirsten.
Sandy, Daddy
One
Cohen,
after the
and
other.
Daddy Cohen in a last ditch effort to bring Seth home is planning to fly up there, but he goes and visits Ryan, Daddy Atwood, to make a plea for him to come with him because he knows that he probably can't do it alone, and that Ryan is the only person that Seth will probably listen to. But Ryan's like, "Yo, I got work, and I got a baby, and I got this girl who keeps coming
Chorizo.
up, Chorizo, at very inopportune times with her sourpuss grimace on.
Yeah.
She is
Like
so
never-
in this episode. She is so like just unlikable, right? Or is that just me?
I think this is you identifying with Ryan.
Yeah, which I put down. I was like, maybe it's just me. What did I put? I can't find it anywhere. I don't know if I wrote it down, but I was like, because at the end of it, I was like, maybe this is me being harsh on Chorizo because
Because you hate women.
because I hate women, and also because I identify with Ryan more in the situation. And if I looked at it from a different way, if he would have came back, if I was him, if I was her,
thinking about the woman who's about to have a baby. Okay, maybe think about that, Cam.
and when they had that scene, where she's like, late night phone calls, plane tickets showing up, I was like, okay, she's right, because these people, all these OC people, have just a bunch of drama and all this stuff, and she knows what's gonna happen. She sees the wall approaching her. She's like, all this stuff's gonna come back, and it's gonna ruin. You have a baby to look out for, and you have me to look out for. You need to get your
Mhm.
priorities straight. But at the same time, I was like, she's just ruining his life. But that's not fair of me. Probably.
No, it's not. I mean, she
Well-
didn't mean to get pregnant.
Yeah, and you get the sad thing is like she's just little by little noticing that like Ryan is
Doesn't
is
want to
is
be
like
there.
unhappy there and is really just there for the baby. So she's pregnant, and two, she feels guilty for having Ryan there, who doesn't
Mhm.
want to be there. So that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
So I didn't think she was annoying, but
But
she was
not once, not
having
even
a lot of
once.
sour. Not even once. What?
Like thought that she was being a little too I don't know what's the word.
It's all justified.
It's justified, but that doesn't mean you can't look at it and be like, if I was because Ryan just he's not in it for multitude of reasons, and maybe I was just identifying too hard with Ryan. I guess that's my fault.
Well, I think everyone's in the long run it's supposed to, because the whole thing, like everyone's messed up because Ryan's gone. Like, you know what I mean? It's like all the people we know for a whole season are all messed up because Brian's gone.
Yeah. This poor wayward Chino boy affected.
Because to Teresa, like, she's like, I don't understand why all these rich people are so obsessed with Ryan. You know, like, don't get it.
But they also, who said? I forgot who said this. That when Ryan was like explaining to Teresa about Seth, like how he just picked up and left and didn't like really say anything, and he went back home, and I was just like, you're talking to the girl that you did that to.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And then she's like, I thought you came back to like be with me, not because of all these other reasons, like to make it easier and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just didn't. Yeah. She was a big problem for him. Big weight.
I mean,
also
big pregnant weight. What's that? What, David?
Well, I was gonna switch gears, but if you want to continue to talk.
No, that's it. I'm done shitting on.
I feel a little robbed, or like you. I think it was you, Cam, who maybe originally called Luke a big dog, or was that me?
I think you brought it. You said something along those lines,
Maybe.
And I was like, yeah, I think the internet sees him as a golden retriever, but I forgot that came from the show itself.
Okay. Because maybe I did say it, and so it's funny that I like. So is that something they did pick up from the internet, or you think in general, or no?
I don't know how much of like fan forums are going on at the time. I mean,
But
I'm sure there were some, but I don't think it was
funny.
like at that point where people were making shows and still having that like conversation back with their fans and stuff. I think that was like
Sandy
a little before this
was just
time.
like, I just see Luke as one big golden retriever, and I was like, what? We've been saying this forever.
Yeah, I didn't. I forgot that came from the like show itself. Also, the what Seth said, you, me, and the OC, or something like that.
No. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. You, me, and the OC.
Yeah. Where are we at here?
Sandy needs to
Sweaty
hook me up
shirtless
with
man.
those frequent flyer miles to Portland, because he's like, don't worry if you can't make it. I got a great deal on the fare. And I was
Sounded
like
like a fake ass plane ticket.
yeah. Also, I was like, I've been looking at plane tickets, and they're expensive as hell.
Trying to come, you trying to come see me?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get a ticket to LA. Am I
For
still
other
allowed in the
reasons?
car on the way back in December? This is a
you
personal
mean
note.
this is a off mic? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Why wouldn't you be? We got
I'm
room,
just making
probably.
sure. I don't know. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'll
no,
look
that's-
for it.
In the
I
trunk.
I like how you feel like something's changed.
I don't know. You and Megan have late night, random late night phone calls, plane tickets being bought without me, my knowledge. I mean, am I crazy here, or is something coming between us? That's
All
why
right,
I can identify with Teresa.
You've been in her pregnant shoes before.
I've also been watching a lot of Jane the Virgin, so I've been my protagonist of late has been a Latina female pregnant woman.
I guess we can talk more about that. I love that flashback scene, like the music and everything. I thought that was like a really interesting like scene for them to do, like because the music starts
Wait,
and then
which one?
with the flashback scene when Ryan goes and dumps the trash.
Oh, okay.
Takes the trash out or whatever. He's waking up and he takes the trash out in his loose jeans and his wife beater, and then sees the kids. And then he has a little flashback. Then he walks inside, and then like the music's coming from the like switches. It comes from the radio.
Oh yeah.
I liked that scene, but that flashback threw me off so hard. I was like, what?
All I said was Ryan is crazy. I was like, it's like Walking Dead with Rick. I was like, we're just gonna have an unreliable narrator.
Yeah,
Even though I knew that's not what it was, but
I wish.
I just
that was
the
case.
sight of that little kid and the wife beater is so funny.
He even looks but still looks so brooding even in his nightstand photo.
I really wish
Oh
they
my
wouldn't have,
god, yeah, the one of him and Teresa were like his
Yeah, he
arms
just
around
looks
her.
like he was so pissed off.
I
Yeah.
really wish that they wouldn't have had his younger version of himself disappear. Like I wish it would have just been like a kid, you know?
No, I liked
Yeah.
that though.
No,
I
I hate it. It's too like corny.
too on the nose.
Yeah, I like it better whenever like it's actually a person.
Mhm.
That
And
kid did
whether
a
they
good,
whether that person actually was like that or not, you know, we don't know. But
That kid did a very good
Ryan, look.
brooding. Yeah. Um, Sandy and Daddy Nickel have a little deep throat car
Parking garage
talk.
talk.
The only thing I took from that was Daddy Nickel thinks Seth is having a gay crisis.
Yeah, that's what I put.
Yes.
I put runs away with another boy and his gay dad. He's like his best friend runs away, so he runs away with another boy and his gay dad.
You're
Don't
loving
you
this
think it's
episode.
weird? It was crazy. Like it had to be like so self-aware, but maybe not.
It's like David's fanfics are coming true.
I know it's crazy. I'm just like great.
Don't
I would
even
love
have to
I would
search
love
for
a
them.
Seth,
Yeah.
a Seth, Luke, and Ryan Portland adventure. Sounds great.
So Daddy Cohen can't get Ryan along with him, so he shows up in Portland. And could they have had that family fight anywhere else in the house? I felt so uncomfortable. that
awkward.
entire-
Yeah, I put awkward family dinner at Luke's,
That was,
especially
I
when
was
Sandy was like, "Watch your mouth." I was like, "Whoa."
I've been
Yeah.
watching a lot of Office, so like my level of like how awkward things are, it's like
you
it's
were used to it.
yeah, I was just like, okay. Like where else was
Yeah.
this gonna happen, you know?
But there was like all those like side shots of Luke's dad when it was on
Yeah, he's
Sandy,
like,
and he was just
"Ah."
like looking at his plate. But yeah, the
Yeah.
watch your mouth thing
I
was like a
like the-
lifetime, like somebody's about to get hit in the face.
Yeah. I like the bit of where Sandy was talking about sauce. He's like, "I just think less is more," which I don't agree with. Sorry, Sandy.
I can see that. I don't know. I don't a lot of sauce, and then you're just eating sauce. Like, what's the point?
No, it's true.
right?
I'm not saying I want too much, but I don't agree with less is more because I do like when you have too little sauce, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we? I totally forgot to write down a lot of stuff.
We are at Marissa is drunk AF. That was the next thing that I wrote down. Her
And
little
then we-
beach phone call.
Oh
Okay, wait.
yeah. Oh man.
Was that before or after she talked to her mom?
Before.
Okay.
I put in that part all Teresa does is pretend to sleep in this episode.
Yeah, for serious though. She's always just sitting there with her eyes.
She's
It always
con-
like pans down. She's awake.
That's what really I think got my goat the most. And I don't know why I use the phrase "got my goat." I don't know what that means, but her pretending to sleep is what really drove me over the edge. I feel like this whole episode she was just she hadn't slept and she was going crazy. Like all this was just weighing on her so hard that she just wouldn't let Ryan get have his own time to himself.
So that was the longest phone silence ever
Yeah.
between those two.
Yeah.
I was
did
just like,
notice
oh my
that.
god.
Because they knew.
Didn't you just want him to be like Marissa? And then have her
Yeah, I
hang
did
up,
want
but
him to say something.
It's probably
You
good
couldn't
that they
because
didn't.
Teresa's over
Teresa,
there.
yeah.
He knows her game, pretending to sleep all the time. And so things kind of. Well, I guess I skipped a part. Seth and Sandy have the next morning after the awkward dinner convo.
Yeah.
Sandy apologizes for it. But he tells Seth that I thought he was about to trick him when he says like it's okay to stay.
Right? You would think so.
Yeah.
I was like, then your mom and I are gonna move up here, or something, or he's like, I'm not leaving until you leave, kind of thing. But I thought that was like a really nice moment between him and Seth, like when he was like, yeah, I just want to tell. The only thing I'm gonna say is like, I wish my family would have said like when I ran away when I was like 17. He's like, you can always come home. I was like, oh,
We love you.
so sweet, yeah.
Seth didn't know what to do. He's like, oh, Dad, cool.
What do I do with my?
I gotta go to work.
got a sailing lesson.
Sailing lesson in 10.
Gots to go.
And then we get
Oh
the
my
mo-
God.
the coup de grace.
The scream heard around the world. I think I told you guys like when we finished the first season like that this is one of my favorite scenes like coming in like the first couple episodes, and I'm so glad it was in this episode. Oh man. Best thing ever.
I put Hulk Marissa flip shit.
Oh my god. I just put WTF Marissa.
It's like that. Everyone's seen that scene. You know what I mean? Like we've seen that in other things where people are like, "Do you want to know how do I feel?" And then they just scream, or someone just screams out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
they always pull it off. Everywhere else I've seen it, it's been pulled off. But in this episode, if it did succeed in just scaring me and also scaring Julie, I think we were all like with Julie like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, Julie's face during that was just if they didn't cut back to her, like that would have been. I mean, it's not. I still don't know. I still don't, even after all these years, like I don't know if it's good or not.
I think
Right?
what went wrong is like it was the part where it's like, "Do you really want to know? You really want to know how I feel?" Like she kept like saying that over and over again. I think
And I thought she was actually gonna say words.
Yeah, because that part sets it up like you're gonna get words. She should have just screamed like earlier, like right off the bat about something.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
she likes to drag things on, like when that part in the cruise, like you want my mom and the happy family with when she first found out.
I didn't expect her to
Whatever.
pick up stuff and throw it though.
That was
Yeah. I just feel like she didn't fully commit to the scream. I think
I
that's
thought the
where it falls
iPod was
apart.
gonna go in the water.
Right. I really wanted Julie to like push her in the water or something.
I thought Julie was gonna throw the iPod in the water. That would have been.
Yeah, she was getting a little fed up. She was being such
Yeah.
a bee. Marissa was.
Oh yeah.
Whenever she's like, "I can't hear
hear
you." I was listening to that, Mom.
Well,
was like,
she's been
God.
drinking her iced teas. She's drunk
Yeah.
all the time.
I think it's bad though, because when I knew it was coming up, I got just like secondhand embarrassment. I turned my like volume down because I knew what was about to happen, and it was just I don't think it's that good. I think if it wasn't for the reaction shots from Julie, it would have been really bad.
I think they could have made it better. Like I think it was just the setup was a little poor. Cause I
Yeah.
really hated like even before it happened, I hated when she was like, "You really want to know? You want to know exactly what's going on?" Like it just sounded really dumb to me.
Yeah, like I don't know if it'd have been better if they gave her more lines because I don't know what you would say to like build up to a scream or I don't know how to fix it. 'Cause, like,
Can't be.
But maybe it can be fixed. I don't know. I don't know how you get like someone just to like scream and throw stuff
Yeah.
without.
In a way, though, it was very like Julie says later. It was like very honest because like in reality, those like things like that happen in real life, they don't come off like very TV. Like there's no like proper way to scream.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a little kid screaming at their parent is never like it is in a like in like a show or something. It's always like a lot more.
Shrill.
Yeah, a lot more like, oh, that's embarrassing, sort of, rather than
Yeah.
like, oh wow, this is such an intense moment.
Yeah. I just imagine little kids screaming now. And that.
I liked it. It was like almost Marissa like went very, where the wild things are. Basically, like the kid in that movie, he basically acts like that.
Oh man. Yeah. It was good to see that again.
I did like Julie and Jimmy's conversation afterwards
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, you did not witness the level 4 meltdown that I just saw. They also had a very honest talk. They're
Yeah. Jimmy's gonna
like,
come
"I don't
around
believe you."
more.
yeah. He's
What
like,
I
I'll do my
didn't-
best.
What I didn't like was when Jimmy referred to Haley as limber. I thought that was pretty gross.
Well, that's just a setup for Julie can have her.
Yeah,
joke.
no, yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. I think both of them joking about it was okay. But if you would have just said that, I would have been
Mhm.
like,
Gross. Sinking those bean teeth in.
she was, she was a dancer, so.
She was
Yeah.
professional adult dancer. But then Ryan, he packs his bags, forgets his pregnant.
No, wait.
What? You got something for the good of the order, Megan?
Yes,
What'd I
because I
miss?
wrote this down and I looked at it now. And, well,
Mhm.
earlier I looked it up. I know I'm like, what was I talking about? When quotations pain me when they were playing video games and Luke is screaming.
We haven't gotten there
Yeah.
yet. We haven't gotten
Are
there
you
yet.
kidding me? Okay,
not there yet.
I forgot a bunch of stuff.
Good job, Megan.
Because Ryan had already gotten there at that point, so we're not there yet.
Oh, in my head we had already talked about it because when
You're just not paying attention. You're not professional.
no,
Megan.
okay, no.
And
because
I would like
when-
to take this moment to
when Sandy
announce-
is okay, never mind. Bye.
to announce our open position on the OC Plus 3. If you'd like to audition, please send your
My
you and Megan.
God.
You send it to Megan's email because she has to actually review them. We're making her review her own.
We'll probably get a lot of
replacement.
applicants in these new metro areas that we take place in now.
Yeah.
Everyone's dying to be an intern in LA, right, Cam?
Yeah. Well, where's your mother at, Megan? Didn't you say you got her on as an intern?
No, she herself wanted to be an intern. I didn't ask her to.
What the shit?
But
That
Because
could be
she's
our that could be our in, Megan. That could be like our BuzzFeed article kind of thing. Like, oh, my mom's my intern. Like,
I
it'd be
hate
funny.
BuzzFeed.
I'm all for it.
No.
I
I know
wanna be
you're
the new
for it because you
BuzzFeed.
guys think my mom's cool, but she's not.
She is cool. Is she
She's gonna
there
listen-
still?
She's gonna listen to this, Megan.
But I tell her all the time. I tell her that she's not cool.
Is she in this Google Hangout right now? Is she the one? How many people we got in here by now? 0?
We got one, but
Oh, sweet. They've checked out a long
she-
time ago.
yeah, she is actually in town visiting this weekend, and when I told her, I'm like, well, I have to set aside some time to podcast with the guys, and she's like, well, I could be your intern. I could look up the IMDb, whatever, all that stuff. And I'm like, we got Christy, and since she actually listens, she said, no, Christy's with David in Portland, so
She knows. She follows the
What?
storylines.
yeah, whatever. Hi, Mom.
So Ryan shows up
Brian shows up
to
to
P-Town,
save the day,
Rip City, as some people call it.
and I don't know why. Like, when's Ryan ever gonna say anything that's gonna make someone change their mind about something, right? Like, he's the last person that you
He's not
send.
very good with words.
He's nuts. Oh, I forgot to say that Marissa hasn't learned anything. She still hasn't learned to talk to Ryan even after 3 months. She can't even say anything on the phone. It's just silence. But so Ryan comes into town, and Luke's happy. Luke get all excited. They shake hands.
Chino.
There should have been more hugs in this.
Well, they don't hug, right? Like that was always the joke, right? It's like they gotta be manly. They made that joke before.
Yeah, but I'd still like to see it. I wanted Sandy to hug Ryan when he was like really dirty at the construction job.
Yeah. Those awkward intros that Luke's dad Carson does. He's like, "Well, we're having
I love
dinner,
that.
and there's another guest."
There's a yes.
and they
Yes,
always
you're coming to
conveniently
dinner.
walk in,
From the side. I
cutting
think
over the side.
yeah, that was a good like visual gag though, I think.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
came in the same exact way.
And he's like always grilling. He's like, "Well, I put the grill on."
But Seth is grilling that second time though. He's learned
Those
himself a
burgers
few
were
things.
big as hell.
They
They were
were.
huge. Bubba
Big burgers.
burgers.
Yeah, they had like very big like middle section. They were very like
Yeah. Like they were like Mondo burgers from Good Burger. That's what those were.
Yes, yeah, they were.
That's a good burger.
But Ryan gives it his best though. He says I don't really remember what he says because it
He
wasn't.
doesn't
that
really
good.
say anything. They just kind of talk and they're like, "Okay, cool, awesome."
Yeah.
Parents
like,
are cool at Portland.
Hey man. But he says that Ryan, his whole thing was like, I can't go back. I have like responsibilities and like these big things going on. But like you can go home. But Seth says he can't. He
I like
can't
how
go
he
home
doesn't
either.
describe Portland. He said hobos are hot again, and I was like, hipsters. He knew.
They called it 9 years ago or however long it is. But it turns out that Ryan doesn't need to say anything. Well, he does. He has to say the one phrase that Teresa gave him, that the baby was lost.
The phrase that pays.
God, the phrase that pays. She loses the baby. Or does she?
I knew that
Fucking
was
two-timing
coming.
ass Teresa. Ugh.
I knew that
God.
was coming because I knew whenever they mentioned the appointment, I was like, one, she's gonna lose the baby like automatically, and then two, I was like, whenever she called him and told him, I was like, possibly she's lying. Both were true. So
I was just waiting the whole episode for that to happen. I'm just like, what's going to be the out for Ryan? Because obviously he can't be with Chorizo forever.
from the beginning though, whenever they mentioned the appointment, I thought she was gonna lose the baby, but I just assumed she actually would lose the baby, and like that'd be the end of it, because that seems like an easy way to like remedy that. But for her to be lying about it, now I keep wondering where that's gonna go. Because now,
Yeah.
if they lost it, it'd be a little weird.
I was so mad. The only redeeming fact, like part of that was like Teresa's acting after her mom comes in. I thought it was very good when she like breaks down.
I think
And
she's
also
pretty
when
good
she
at
was
acting.
when she was telling Ryan, like, you were never happy. Like, that was, like, really real. And, like,
Yeah,
Ryan,
because yeah, go ahead, Megan. Sorry.
well, like, Ryan also doesn't talk, but he doesn't say anything because it's true.
And like I've realized, well, after watching Jane the Virgin, I feel like Teresa reminds me of Jane a little bit to some extent.
Mhm.
Besides the obvious optic factors, but more like, like the way she talks is like, especially when she was talking to Ryan about like, you were never happy. It wasn't like a very melodramatic way. It was like a very almost like a real person like way. Like it was like
Mhm.
awkward for her to bring that up. Like it was like a
Yeah.
very deep insecurity, but she like
Mhm.
still said it. So she kind of had a smile on her face when she was saying it.
So you guys are
Yeah.
okay with the whole lie?
I understand. I mean, you should be happy about that, right, Cam? You said
I'm-
Teresa's making him stay there, realizing he's ruined his life, and now she gives him the out because she realized that's what's happening, and now you're mad?
I'm not mad. I'm just. I mean, I'm happy at the end result, but I'm not happy the way the result got
Yeah.
came to the result. I don't know.
I'm not a fan of the line because now there's still going to be a baby.
Yeah, but I guess it's like
Alicia, I think, is watching us live. She just texted me, so.
um I
Oh, she just texted me too.
I didn't get a text. I don't have my phone. I don't even know if she has my number though. Um I guess that was the only way because like Ryan would stay like she couldn't just say like you can leave, it's fine because he would still stay just because that's the
Also,
kind of
this
person
gives us a
Ryan is.
good plot point to discuss, to go up to later this season or whatever season, because they got a lot of episodes to cover, so we needed
Yeah.
to drag out.
Unless the baby does die. So
That's just weird. If that happens, it's gonna be very, very weird.
she like gives
But
him a
then,
call.
but
And it's
part of
like,
me feels like I feel like he doesn't have a kid in the show. I mean, I don't know because I haven't really, I haven't paid attention to it, but I feel like he doesn't. So I'm wondering how that will go.
well, obviously
They'll
he
lose
didn't feel
it
like
when
he
it's
had
an actual baby, when it actually comes out.
But that's
He
a
kills
little
him.
weird, isn't it?
No, they'll lose
Like-
it. It just runs away.
Oh, okay. Actually, it'll be like kidnapped. Mateo.
And then it's actually James the Virgin.
It's actually a crossover. We're doing that.
Alicia says you should mention me, like slide me in conversation, but we already
We
mentioned
did.
her. So.
There was no even finesse. I just brought it up.
Ryan gets over that baby dying real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he
Real.
has his little moment in the
He
in
does.
the thing, but then the next day he seems pretty all right.
And that's Megan. Well, what happened the next day? Like the next morning, what was going on there on their couch when they're playing video games and stuff? What happened? What happened there?
I don't know.
I remember what happened.
Of course you do.
It was very, again, homoerotic. Luke was basically like screaming and then saying, "Yeah, hurt. You think you can hurt me? Hurt me."
No, I
Wound.
quoted.
He says,
"Pain me."
"Wound me," and he
Pain
says it, "Pain me, wound
Yes.
me." And I was just like, Luke, keep going. I'm
that,
almost
like,
there.
The fourth like explicit homoerotic thing in this episode.
Yeah, but that was
definitely-
before the phone call.
Was it?
Yeah,
Who knows?
Yeah, it
might-
was. It
no,
was.
it's when he gets the
Yeah,
phone call.
It
No,
was.
it was before, yeah.
Well, I set you up too late, Megan, but you still got it in, regardless.
But then also we get the whole Ryan Seth cross-cut romantic.
that went on for like
that
15
was
seconds too long.
yeah,
And
and
the
it was very
the camera
sensual,
angles
very
are just like-
sensual.
Sensual?
I think so. It felt like more than Friends. Like it definitely did.
I mean,
Is that
they're
how you felt,
brothers.
Megan? Brothers with benefits?
You see Seth's foot tapping. Like
that's all it was Seth's foot tapping.
and then they have their awkward like, oh, hey.
So I was
You
thinking,
know.
Uh,
the
Murshka.
They don't even have a water polo team.
yeah, it's gonna be a big
Actually,
problem
the
for
school
Seth.
I'm going to be at does have a water polo team.
Oh shit! You better watch out, David. They're gonna bully you.
Hopefully.
But the gang is all back together. There was some good musical music in this episode.
Yeah, I didn't know any of the
Mhm.
bands like by hearing them, but they sounded good.
No, I didn't either. But I like that song that was playing when they were the whole cross-cutting thing.
The best friend. It mentioned something about friends. In the
Yeah.
song.
I like that a lot. And then the gang's all back. They surprise
The gang is all here.
Kiki, and Megan's making 3 little dancing fingers for the listeners at home that can't see this.
From that
You know what's
SpongeBob
weird?
episode.
Whenever Seth was talking about the pros of the pro list of Portland when he's talking to Ryan, he's like, been here grilling out, sailing, and then he's like, Carson started dating someone new, so that'll be interesting. Like, it was such a weird. Like, I think all the gay things in this show, maybe probably because it's early 2000s, like always come off as so overt. Like it's like a crazy thing, that
Yeah.
needs to be mentioned,
Mhm.
which probably has something to do with the time period, and also the age of the characters. But
It's always Seth too. It seems like.
yeah, it's like he's dating a dude. It'll be crazy around here.
Portland's very lax. It's laid
I'm
back.
gonna be looking for that fan fiction though about the Portland bungalow and
I'm
those
sure it's out there.
Sandy
Maybe we'll
coming
bring
for
back-
visits on the weekends without the women.
Maybe we'll bring back the David Smut segment. Yeah, so the gang's all back here. Kiki's happy. I thought she was gonna be a little more. The release wasn't there for me because the whole episode was like built up. Like she was like really mad at Sandy and the whole situation, and then like really sad. But then she's just like, "You're back! Oh my god!" I
She
don't
should
know.
have cried.
She should have give her some of that season finale, season 1 time.
Well,
That's
you
what I
can't
wanted.
use it too much because then it's like not special anymore.
But I feel like this is an opportune time for that.
I mean, a season finale and then also the beginning of an episode. That's enough time.
Especially Ryan being back too. She gets both of her sons back.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know how you would do that, but I don't know. She's like, "You're back. You're both back. Yay!"
Yeah. We skipped over Sandy's warning to Daddy Nichols about the feds coming.
Oh
in.
yeah, the clouds are
That was
gathering. Get your house
basic.
in
That was
order.
literally almost like the exact same scene as like his Catwoman and Hathaway Batman scene. You better batten down the hatches, Mr. Wayne, because
There's
when
a
the storm
storm
hits. That's basically what he said. It was so funny.
Yeah, but he said they're all going down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but he didn't
all
seem to be
fucked.
worried.
Well, he's the one that what did he do? What did he do last season?
I know he did something.
swept the thing under the rug for that.
Oh yeah, for the guy the pusher, or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call him. I don't know. The guy on the
Yeah.
payroll.
The muscle man.
Yeah. But then we get a little fun bromance scene of Ryan and Seth in the bungalow in the
Turns
pool
out,
house.
running out of snacks means you can't sail anymore, and you have to take a local bus from where did he say he got to?
Santa
He got
Santa
first. He got a
Barbara?
Catalina,
Barbara.
and
Yeah.
then he got a Santa Barbara.
Ran out of snacks, had to take a local bus to Portland.
He couldn't
But have you ever seen a
buy
local
more
bus?
snacks.
It's scary.
Yeah, you
But
never know.
also felt a little homoerotic. He closes the door on him and he's like, oh. And then, and then he's like, so what do you want to do? Like, he's like, I can fire up the grill, like, because I'm really good at firing up the grill now. And he said it in a very, like, innuendo way.
Yeah.
I got it. I caught on. I
I
got
did not. I did not notice that at all. But
Because, he had been 3 months away with Luke and Luke's gay dad, grilling up things. Things, he might have had a couple beers too late one night, and things happen.
Alicia just posted on my wall and told me I need a haircut.
Great.
I've only been telling you that, but
No, you haven't. You told me I looked pretty earlier with my long hair.
No, she said your hair is pretty. She didn't say you look pretty with it.
Oh, well, fuck me then,
I-
right?
correct myself.
Any parting thoughts? I think we covered. I think this worked better watching it separate because we all had to take individual notes, and maybe it works out.
It didn't work out for me. You guys still ended up yelling at me.
Well, yeah, because that's just our shtick, Megan.
You know what
Local-
I expected to see
What?
at the end, at the last, at the last shot where like it's outside the pool house, seeing them like laugh and like have a good time.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna see like Marissa, like her head coming up out of the pool, or like her mascara running, like Crazy Town.
What's that? Is that Cruel Intentions or is that Wild Things or one of those movies?
I think it's
has
what
that.
the one. Yeah, I think it's the one with the girl from Naomi Campbell or Nev Campbell. Sorry, not Naomi Campbell. Nev Campbell and Denise Richards.
Yeah,
Strange. Is it
Denise-
Wild Things? I think it's Wild Things.
Yeah, I think it's Wild Things.
Whatever that cover is, but they're in the pool.
Where the wild things are. That's what it is.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So this is the first episode of season 2. So let me see. Let me look up how many episodes they are. Are there any predictions? You guys got some front end predictions for season 2?
It's very early.
Marissa and the yard man will have some type of altercation.
There are 24 episodes in this season, so three fewer.
Oh, we also forgot about Summer bringing back her Seth's stuff.
Oh yeah. She's
about her therapist.
Yeah, that was an interesting little bit.
Yeah.
Kirsten's like, I'd forget him too if I wasn't his mother.
Right, that was so interesting.
That son of a bitch. Yeah. So this episode was a little more drama heavy, I feel like, than season, especially for like a first episode. But I don't know, maybe.
I mean, they left it like that, so.
Yeah.
I kind of hate how they tied up. I mean, I guess it's nice in a way because I don't think I'd want to see Ryan going to his construction job every day, like for a couple episodes.
You might get more naked, like shirtless men, though.
Well, there's enough. It's fine. But
they were
I don't know. I just hate how like it's like they leave you on a cliffhanger and then you come back and it's all like, well, it's sort of all good and fine, but I guess not because you got some big issues coming up with the feds and Marissa's kind of like unhinging. And,
his baby.
The baby, yeah, that's the whole thing. Baby Mateo.
This, according to Wikipedia, the second season was widely received as inferior to the first, but has been recently noted that this might be slightly unfair because they moved the show to, I think it was on Friday nights it came, no, not Friday, maybe Tuesdays, but they moved it to Thursday nights for the second season, which is like really good because back then like Thursday nights was like the night to be on because that's when like NBC had their big lineup and everything. But it put it up against shows like Survivor and Will and Grace and like a bunch of like big popular shows, and so a lot of people contribute that to the shows, like because they started losing viewers too as the second season went on because they had a lot of viewers like the first season.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kept saying the second season was kind of bad, but I didn't think this episode was particularly bad.
I think it was just different.
I think the reason people consider it bad is because the first season had like a good mixture of like lightheartedness and drama, and I think season 2 goes more heavy-handed with drama. But if that's like something you like, then you probably like it. But
well, they're still funny sometimes. But yeah, it does seem like there's some darker things going on, I guess.
Let's just go back to One Tree Hill if I wanted that.
Party of One Tree Hill?
Party of One Tree Hill.
Solo podcast. Go ahead and plug it.
I did see they had a One Tree Hill podcast somewhere listed. I forgot what the name was though.
If it's Party One Tree Hill, it's
someone's gonna die if they took mine.
Yeah. So this was episode 1 of season 2. I gotta figure out how I want to name these on iTunes and stuff. But how many listeners did we end up with, Megan? 0. Let me hear the big number.
It's still just Alicia.
Shout out to Alicia for listening to this. I mean, I guess it was like a last minute thing. Maybe we can try to do this like once a month and like schedule it out because it was fun enough, I guess. And
I like seeing your pretty hair.
Right, and I like seeing your face. I'll put a qualifier on that because you're so mean to me. Yeah. So if you like the show, you can follow us like us on Facebook.
The OC plus 3.
You're slacking. You can find us on the web.
There was a lag. There was some sort of lag. I was ready.
My ass. You can find us on the web.
www.com.
Yep. You can follow us on.
That was funny.
If you liked Megan, this will be her last show, so you might want to save this one.
We'll just get Luke. I live right down the street from him.
Oh my god.
You can go to his bungalow. That's what it was, a Portland bungalow.
That was a really nice house.
You can email us at the OC plus 3
at gmail.com.
Find us on Twitter
at the OC plus 3.
And you can leave us reviews and stuff on iTunes if you like the show.
And you can watch along on Hulu.
Yeah, watch along. I know it
It's
was.
CW Seed.
Yeah, I still have to check and see if that's an actual thing, but I'm pretty sure it is. Um, yeah, if I know it was kind of weird that we just kind of shot through the end of season one, but I'm sure you probably weren't waiting for us to watch it. So this is season two, and we might try some new things, some fun things maybe when we can sit down and think about it more. But other than that, any parting thoughts from you guys? Anything that we missed that you wanted to say to the fine people out in Internetville?
Well, thank you for watching if you do. And
Yeah,
thanks
thank
to
you.
uh, the person who commented yesterday asking when we were going to be back for season two because she seemed so.
Angela.
Angela, yeah.
Pretty sure her name was Angela.
Shout out to
Yeah, shout out
Angela.
to Angela because that made I saw that when I was driving and it made my night that much better. So definitely thank you, Angela, if you listen this far. If anyone's ever listened this far in an episode, thank you.
Right.
And we will see you next week, next Tuesday.
Next
Next-
Tuesday.
I
Yeah.
don't want to say see you next Tuesday because apparently that's an acronym for something dirty.
You
Is that what
just
you
said
learned
it.
on? Is that what you learned on
Just
set,
said
Cam,
it.
so far?
I accidentally
First
said
week
that
in
to
LA,
somebody.
I learned what see you next Tuesday.
I accidentally said that to somebody on Friday, and as soon as I said it, I was like, "Shit!" I hope they didn't realize what that was. And like 5 seconds later, they come back around the corner. They're like, "You know what you just said to me, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't mean it."
Well, I feel like nowadays, if you say it in a way, it's like almost like a joke.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't mean it that way, they'd be like, "Ha, that guy,
So
long
we
hair
will-
jokester,
We will
payaso."
see you next Tuesday.
Is that how you say clown, Megan?
Don't ask her. She can't even say website addresses correctly.
Payaso, something like that.
Wait. Translate clown to Spanish. The internet's is going slow because
No, this is real great.
Yeah, payaso. That's what you
Paiso.
are, Cam. Payaso. The only reason I know that is because I was watching a news clip where some people were calling Donald Trump that. So,
We'll see you next
Oh,
week.
payaso.
payaso, sorry. Payaso.
Bye.
Peace.
Okay. Now you can hit stop on your Audacity thing.
Uh-huh.
And what you'll have to do is,
I deleted it.
God damn it, David.
I'm just kidding. What if I did?
You just hit Control Z.
Oh,
Do I
okay,
stop
cool.
this broadcast too?
No, because we can.
There's someone there.
Probably
Oh, I
host.
guess yeah. Stop the thing. Bye, whoever that one person.
Bye.
is. See, I'm sure.
Bye.
We want our privacy now. Sorry.